Hey everybody, I'm Deb Oct
I'm Sunday. Good day.
and this is week 7 of our video series, The Heart of Healing, where we've been tapping and doing intending around different current event topics. And today when Sunday and I were prepping, we sort of were feeling weighed down because there were several things happening. For me, the news story about the 545, not migrant children, but refugee children who are not with their parents sort of crushed me in my heart. We had the confirmation of Justice Bartlett, which was crushing to some of us. We have the election next week, and then we have our virus in the States out of control still, and also it's spiking in some European countries. So that's a lot of stuff. And it's like, okay, how do we find our way through this? So what Sunday and I thought we would do is we would do some tapping on everything sort of crushing us and then see where we end up. Yeah. Do you want to say anything, Sunday, before we start?
Nope, I think that really
Yeah.
covers it a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff going on for us
Yeah.
right now.
And one of the points is that if you are feeling crushed or like you can't find the hope, that is the best time to tap. Like really be okay with what you're feeling and know that the tapping will help you move it. So yeah, you don't always have to be finding the positive right away. So yeah. Okay, so how would you describe how you're feeling Sunday when you tune into all of those big things?
Yeah, well, I know I've just been experiencing a lot of sadness,
Yeah,
and I think we kind of started this whole series around grief,
yeah,
and I think that grief and the sadness and the sense of it's not being in control. I mean, I think a lot of that is like a lot of this stuff we can't do anything about, and to see it going on and see how, for me, there's a lot of people doing things that are making it worse that
yeah,
I can't seem to do anything about. So there's that sense of helplessness or and anger,
yeah,
of just some of the things that our politicians are doing, and just normal people, and just all the stuff that's going on, and the same way with the children. It's just so crushing to think
yeah,
of them and know just the damage and the detriment that this policy has caused so many people, that you know
yeah,
it's kind of overwhelming. It's big.
yeah.
you
And also the fact that if parents were given the choice whether to leave their children or not, if to have to choose to leave your child, what does that say about the conditions that you're facing in your home country?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
So I mean, they didn't flee from peace and happiness. They
yeah,
fled from danger.
yeah. So
Uh,
anybody who knows me and Sunday knows that children are one of our soft spots. So if we cry, it's really okay. Everybody just keep tapping. So right, tears are
that's
really
good.
okay.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, tears are
Yeah.
really okay. So all right, so side of the hand, we're tapping, will be 8 different points. Yeah, even though things feel heavy right now.
Even though things feel heavy right now,
Yeah, and my heart hurts.
my heart hurts.
It's okay to feel sad.
It's okay to feel sad.
Yeah, it means that I care about these people.
It means that I care about these
I
people,
care about my world.
care about my world,
I care about these children.
I care about these children.
Yeah, but sometimes it feels like too much.
Sometimes it feels like it's too much.
Yeah, even though I feel like I
Even
can't
though,
make a difference,
even though I feel like I can't make a difference,
and it pisses me off.
it pisses me off.
And I feel sad.
And I feel sad.
It's okay to feel this way.
It's okay to feel this way.
Even though there is so much going on right now.
Even though there's so much going on right now.
Yeah. And it's hard sometimes to see the hope.
It's hard sometimes to see the hope.
Yeah. It's okay that I feel this way right now.
It's okay that I feel this way right now.
Yeah. Even though I don't like feeling this way.
Even though I don't like feeling this way.
Yeah. I deeply and completely accept myself anyway.
I deeply and completely accept myself anyway.
Yeah. Moving through the points around the eyebrow. This grief.
This grief.
Side of the eye. This heaviness in my heart.
This heaviness in my heart.
Under the eye. This anger.
This anger.
Under the nose, how can people be so callous?
How can people be so callous?
Chin point, how can people be so selfish?
How can people be so selfish?
Collarbone, how can people be so greedy?
People be so greedy.
Under the arm, how can people be so narrow-minded?
How can people be so narrow-minded?
This sadness.
The sadness.
This feeling of powerlessness.
Feeling the powerlessness.
I am just one person.
I'm just one person.
Yeah. This anger.
This anger.
My government does not represent me.
Our government isn't representing many people.
Yeah. My government isn't representing many people.
My government's not representing the majority of people.
Yeah. My government is not representing the majority of our people.
Government is not representing the majority of our people, our citizens.
Yeah, and that's not right.
That's not right.
We can do better.
We can do better.
We definitely can do better.
Definitely can do better.
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on.
Yeah. We can do better.
We can do better.
But some of us aren't.
Yeah, we have to do better.
Yeah, we have to do better. Yeah. I'm willing to feel the grief.
I'm willing to feel the grief.
Yeah. I'm willing to feel the sadness.
I feel the sadness.
Yeah. I'm willing to keep my heart open.
I'm willing to keep my heart open.
Yeah. Good. Stop there. Nice, gentle breath. And what are you noticing?
Yeah, well, I like the idea of keeping the heart open. You know, and that's really the aim, I think, to, even though we're feeling all this pain and frustration, that we have to continue to keep our heart open and continue doing the small things that we can do.
Yeah. And so when we're tapping, sometimes things will settle and other times will become more apparent that they have some intensity. So did you notice for yourself that something settled and something spiked? And
yeah.
Is anything still spiked up?
Me.
Yeah.
I think the hypocrisy of the selection of the Supreme Court justice is just really galling to me right now. Just the hypocrisy of people who said one thing, 4 years ago, who now had no problem with changing their mind and saying another thing, and that because they had power, they were able to do that. There was no integrity or care that they were being hypocritical. It was just about a power grab, and that galls me. Yes, that was like, I felt that come up with just the hypocrisy of that, and again, kind of that same out of control. There's just nothing anyone can do about it. Like they were just able to just do it, and even though the majority, and that's the majority of American people wanted them to wait. I mean, the majority of, like, what was it, 70% wanted them to wait. And so while people were in line voting 9 days before the election, those words that they said 4 years ago about let people have their voice meant nothing to them. So you can tell I still have a little bit of, I have a lot about that.
So I'm going to throw something else into the mix. So I read today's daily meditation from Matthew Fox, and he was talking about that the chimpanzee brain and the male brain are the only two species that are aggressive towards each other. And then that women do not have an aggressive style of killing each other to lead. And I didn't read, he referred to a previous post from yesterday, I believe. And I just was really struck by, I don't want to offend any man that I love, but the aggressive style of masculine leadership. And I'm not saying it's based only in men. And the difference in a feminine style of leadership, a cooperative, collaborative, gentler form of leadership, still powerful, but gentle. So I sort of got pissed off about that when I was thinking, it's exactly what you're tied to, the lack of integrity and the power grab. Yeah.
Yeah, and that plays into the whole left brain, right brain, the patriarchy, the patriarchal brain, which doesn't have to be a male brain, but it's that left. If we honor the left brain, which is all about power and control and being right and solving problems and being critical and judgmental and finding fault. I mean, that's the patriarchy. That's how it's run. And so the right brain is about cooperation and communication and connection and the other.
Nice.
And so our system is very left-brained.
Right. Okay.
And so and that's what tapping does, and that's what a lot of these things, the techniques that we espouse and work with are about bringing the right brain online.
Nice.
So it's a balanced perspective, because we do need that problem solver. We do need to be critical and to look where, we do need that. But when it shuts down the right brain and it overrides it, which it actually literally does. We have a part of our brain that will override that emotional, creative side just because it needs to solve a problem.
Yeah.
So that's patriarchy, which isn't male, isn't about men.
Yes.
It's about a system.
Thank you for pulling it out from the male, female, making it left brain, right brain. And yeah, I like that a lot. So, all right, let's tap one more round on the hypocrisy and the power grab and the left brain in balance. So, all right. And for those of you tapping along,
just some easy stuff today.
Oh yeah. So, I want to tell people about the anger point. So, and we're off screen that we can. So the anger point is for women, it's along the crease of the breast. For men, it would just be a couple of inches along the nipple. We're low enough on camera, we can do the anger point. I think it's worth adding in. It's not always used because it's
it's
awkward.
Lovely.
Yeah, but you'll actually find a sore spot under there. It's like a lymph node and you can tap or rub. So yeah, all right. And when we tap, it's okay to exaggerate. It's okay to swear. We won't swear because we might violate some rules of YouTube or something.
We're family friendly.
Yeah, family friendly. Yeah, it's really hard not to swear. So, all right. Even though I am absolutely livid, you're tapping.
Even though I'm absolutely livid.
At the hypocrisy.
At
the hypocrisy. Yeah. You lied.
Yeah. You lied.
You lied. Yeah.
Can't swear. Okay.
Yeah. You can't. It's a complete. It's a complete power grab.
Complete power grab.
And that feels wrong in every cell of my body.
It feels wrong in every cell of my body.
Yeah. Part of me holds the vision for where things will be corrected.
Part of me holds the vision for where things will be corrected.
And part of me is scared that we're screwed.
Yeah, part of me is scared that we're screwed.
Yeah. I deeply and completely accept everything that I'm feeling. Did I freeze?
Deeply and completely accept everything that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
It's a little bit at your back.
Okay. Even though I'm so angry, I froze my camera.
So angry, I froze my camera.
Yeah. It's okay to be angry.
It's okay to be angry.
Yeah. It's okay to notice the injustice.
Okay to notice the injustice.
And it's okay to hold a vision for what I want instead.
It's okay to hold the vision for what I want instead.
Yeah. Moving through the points. The hypocrisy.
The hypocrisy.
The power grab.
The power grab.
The fact that they could get away with it.
The fact that they got away with it.
Yeah. The system is broken.
The system is broken.
Yeah. The majority of our citizens did not want this.
Yeah. They didn't listen to the majority of our citizens.
And it didn't matter.
You froze. I don't know what you said.
Oh, it didn't matter. Am I back?
Oh,
yeah.
It didn't matter.
Didn't matter. Yeah. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah. There's no consequences.
No consequences. Don't forget that.
Unless we vote those people out.
Yeah. There are no consequences yet. Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's going to be consequences.
Yeah. The hypocrisy.
The hypocrisy.
The power grab.
Power grab.
The sense of danger.
That's a danger.
They don't care about us.
No, they don't care about us.
I don't know what they care about.
Power.
Power, yeah. They just
They care
care
about
about
is their
power.
power and control.
Power and
Money.
control. Power, control, and money. Yeah. We will not survive if that's what rules us.
Mm-hmm. We will not survive. That's what rules us.
Yeah. It's okay to feel angry.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Good. All right. Did that open it up more? Did it make it start to come down a little bit? I know the video froze, which didn't help.
Yeah. I think it, it helped bring back to the place where we might be able to move into some sense of safety and calm and peace, regardless.
Yeah. And really, being able to hold the tension between what we're noticing and what we want or what's possible without collapsing. They talk about the rubber band, like we don't want to stretch the rubber band so far that we snap ourselves in the face, but we also don't want to give up and have it be all floppy. So when we have so many things going on, to stay centered on what we know, feel what we're feeling, and not collapse. Yeah. So is that enough tapping for now?
Yeah. I think that moves us right into our time to part of the things I think we do, what we want to do in this is what my intention is to help continue to create resiliency within us. And so the tapping is very powerful to not spiritually bypass, to be able to acknowledge the feelings and emotions, to have a somatic experience and a brain experience. That what tapping does is it helps move that energy through us, so it's not stuck. They're not trauma that is stuck in our bodies. And that's really powerful that I think we need to do. And then on top of that is creating new neural networks and new ways of being able to be resilient and to find calm and peace regardless of what's going on around us. So it doesn't mean that we don't act. It doesn't mean we don't, vote or protest or give money or, speak out. But we do that from a place of equanimity and resilience. So one of the ways that we can do that is to several times throughout the day and maybe in our meditation practice is to kind of come back and find the inner calm, to come back and find the inner peace that can always be available to us. And then in that, it again, it brings on the right brain, that loving, nurturing witness that can look at the critical negative problem, and it can kind of calm it. It calms it. So it calms the brain, and it also calms the body. So how much time do we have left, Deborah? We've been kind of going. I don't know how much time we have.
I think we have at least 10 minutes. Yeah. I think we have at least 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I just thought we would just do a practice of finding that inner peace. It's the best of our ability. So, if you choose to, you can close your eyes. You can always keep your eyes open. And when we do meditation, when you keep your eyes open, sometimes that helps us get used to being able to access these places in daily life when we can't close our eyes, and when we're doing our daily life and we can access with our eyes open, we can access that place. That can be a really beautiful thing. So it's a choice of if you keep your eyes open or eyes closed for the practice. And so whatever you choose to close your eyes or keep them open. If you keep them open, just have a soft gaze, soft unfocused gaze. And let's just go back to that breath. Breath is one of the things that can allow us to center, to bring ourselves present. Oftentimes when we are in a place of fear or frustration or feeling unsafe or angry, we're projecting into the future, or we are ruminating about the past. And so sometimes meditation can bring us into the present moment. And that can be just in this moment right now, I am safe. I have a roof over my head. I have enough in this very moment. I have enough. I am enough. And as we settle into this present moment, where we feel into the safety, it can be really powerful to think about all the ways that I am safe, all the ways that are created in our world that create safety, just merely by having clothes. Our clothing keeps our body safe, keeps our body warm. Other ways in our life where we feel safe. Stoplights, stop signs are a way that we as a community have agreed to keep each other safe. The inspection process of our food. When we go to the store, we can feel relatively safe that it's been handled properly and inspected. So just in a moment, think of other ways that you might be grateful for of how you have safety in your life. Right now, it's raining outside, and I feel nice and safe in my home with my roof over my head, the lights on, connected to this internet. In this very moment, I am safe. And then when we can come to that place of feeling in this present moment safe, we can go a little further and explore that inner territory, that place within. And my spiritual understanding is that there's a essence within me that can never be harmed, that is completely safe. An essence that cannot be taken away or snuffed out or hurt, harmed. It just is my very being. And so if that's something that you can tap into, if that's part of your spiritual belief system, or even if it's not a spiritual thing, there's a consciousness within us that cannot be harmed. Just drop into that awareness, finding it within yourself. And as we've been doing each week, it can be really powerful to connect into the collective energy, the oneness, that not only am I safe in this moment, but I am connected to a larger energy that is ever present, ever available. I think of it as love. This oneness, this interconnection with life itself and with each other. So if you choose to, you can just begin to call into this space that you are in, this safe space that you have acknowledged and created. Just call forth all those other loving energies. It could be people you know, your family members, your friends. And begin to visualize that circle of light and energy. I think of it sometimes as from our consciousness, from our heart. It's like a drop of water in a still lake. And as we drop that consciousness into the stillness, it ripples out. So you can just see that rippling out of love, touching your inner circle of loved ones and friends. And yet it continues to ripple out to your neighborhoods, to your town, to your state. We can take a moment to honor and love those who are standing in line to vote or speaking out in your district, your county, your state. And then just ripple wherever you are. Let that ripple, imagine it going across wherever you're from. I'm in the United States. That's the focus of most of our conversation. And so I'm just rippling out into all of the United States, this loving oneness energy, this sense of safety and peace and calm. And yet we know there are really no borders. And so we just continue to let that energy move across those imaginary borders, especially to our south. Sending love and support to those families who have been separated and those that are camping outside our borders, just seeking asylum, seeking safety. Just know that within each of those people, there is a seed of that safety within them as well, the same seed that's within me. So I just know that they have that same energy, that same power, that same presence that is moving through them now, helping them to create peace and love, safety within their lives, the lives of their families. And let's just send this energy all around the world for all those who are dealing with the coronavirus, political unrest, climate challenges. We know that we have a hurricane making landfall on the southern part of our country. There's always something happening around the world, and so we just envelop our beautiful world in that light and that love. And expand that light out into the universe and beyond. As we breathe back into our physical space, allow yourself to come back and breathe in and breathe down into your physical body and wiggle your toes and your hands and ground your feet into this beautiful, loving earth. And just know that this time that we've spent together can go with you throughout your day and the week ahead. And at any time you can stop and tap, or you can stop and reconnect with that loving energy within that is always safe, that is always loved. And thank you for taking this journey with us today. And so it is.
Thank you, everybody.